Sunday, first service back here fully live.
It was great.
One of the best messages I've heard in a long time, and I don't say that trivially. It was incredible, and I think everybody resonated with it. And so we wanted to talk about it more today.
That's good.
Before we do that, what did you think of Sunday? First time back.
Yeah, it was great. Really fun to walk in. I walked in right on time, and the room was filled with people smiling, at least those who didn't have a mask on. The cool thing, we had people with a mask, people without a mask. We were in the room together. We were happy.
Yeah.
The worship was wonderful. It was just festive.
Yeah. And I know, Pastor Jerry, you are, Nick and I say it all the time, you are such a pastor. Like, that is your gifting, your anointing, and we love it as a church, and we receive it. And Sunday's message was so pastoral. Yeah. And it felt like the answer to the questions that all of us have been asking. Can you give us a snapshot or one maybe key thing that you want everyone, even if they miss the message, to catch?
Proverbs 4, verse 23, guard your heart above all else because it determines the course of your life.
Right.
You said it was a warning label on Sunday.
I love that thought.
The thought that this is kind of a warning message, and it felt like you were pulling so many of our attention. It's so easy, I think you said it in the message, to get our hearts angry at people or frustrated or even offended here, but you were pulling our attention back to the first thing. Make the first thing first, and it felt so healthy, and I felt so challenged just from your pastoral heart. Just pull our attention.
And you had a great story at the beginning of the message.
So if you didn't see the message, hear the message, go back and listen to it. A little childhood story. Yeah, it illustrates the power of warning labels. But
that's right. Hey, read the label.
Read the label. And I think God is giving us, he's a good God. Yeah. And warning labels, I said it on Sunday, I'll say it again, warning labels are not to hurt us, they're to help us. Yeah. A warning label says, take this, it'll make you better, but God, don't do this, this, and this. Yeah. And so warning label about the heart is God not saying, you're a bad person, I don't like you. He's saying, guard your heart. Yeah. Above everything. There's nothing more important in life than keeping your heart right with God, and right with people. Right. And I love this statement. If you can fix your heart, you can fix your life. Right. Yeah, amen. If you can fix your heart, you can fix your marriage. If you can fix your heart, you can fix your depression. If you can, on and on it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So important.
Yeah. One of the things that tying in with that PJ just revolutionized my mindset on the way culture is right now is how you talked about winning and losing on Sunday. Yes. Can you just touch on that again? What it means as a Christian in this season, even with all of the divisiveness, all of the striving for winning, losing. Can you touch on that? What you touched on Sunday?
Yeah, I feel strong about this. It's very difficult to have a right heart. It's difficult to guard your heart with so many strong competing opinions. Yeah. Everything is politicized. Yeah. It's used to get gain right now. Right. And once something is politicized, you are immediately polarizing people. Yeah. I choose to agree with this group. No. I choose this group. And there's nothing wrong with having opinions. We all should have values, and we should all, really work on living a value Bible-based thinking lifestyle. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. But when we get into competing world culture opinions about what we should do and we shouldn't do, should we support this? The simplicity of a mask. Honestly, we have people in our church, in every church, but our church in too. I'm smiling. Yeah. I'm smiling with people who are frustrated because we're not pushing mask wearing more. Yeah. We have other people who are really frustrated with it because we even ask people to wear one. Yeah. It illustrates the simplicity of the arguments. Yeah. The divisiveness of opinions. Yeah. So many opinions. What was your question again?
Yeah, about winning, losing.
Winning, losing. Yeah. Thank you. I need help here. It becomes, you don't mean to, but you get into opinion battles, it becomes like a tug of war. You get the rope and you pull, and whoever exerts himself more wins, and
Yeah.
you leave your opponents dirty and scratched up and bloody in the dirt. We won.
Yeah.
In life, as a Christian,
Yeah.
strong statement. Jesus says, in so many words, it's not about winning.
Yeah.
He did not come to win.
Yeah.
He actually came to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he won in the sense that he had authority, he performed miracles, he defeated the devil in
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah.
And the Bible teaches us to use our talents well to increase our life and make finances and buy a house. Yes, win.
Right.
But we're talking about competing attitude that becomes so divisive we can't be together any longer. It affects our heart.
Yeah.
And everything spirals downward. So again, we say it's not about winning.
Yeah.
It's about having a heart. We love God more than our opinion. We love God more than winning.
Right.
And we even love people
Right.
more.
Right.
Sometimes it's best just not to go there.
Yeah.
In fact, Nick, you shared that story about someone who's really kind of pushing you with their opinion recently.
Sure.
Kind of tell that story. It's a really great one.
It's happened more than once. I think I get a lot of things and thoughts and people sending me stuff, and there was an email that was forwarded to me that was a really strong, political opinion, and there were some things in reading it that kind of bothered me because I know all of us we've got our opinions and we've got our thoughts, and I remember I hit the reply button and I put my fingers on the keyboard and I was like, I'm gonna tell him what I think, And I just put my fingers on the keyboard and I was just like, I remember hearing your voice and just thinking, this is not about my opinion. It's about, what is this going to do with my relationship with this person? There's no way I win in this situation.
Right.
There isn't. It just is going to me versus you. And even if I win the argument, I don't really win, So I just took my hands off the keyboard, deleted the email, and I decided I want to focus on being Jesus to this person and to other people in my life more, and not elevate my opinion, but try to elevate the person of Jesus and try to display that attitude that you've been challenging us to, I'm going to lose, I'm not going to win.
Yeah. And as Christians, we don't want to be known for what we're against.
Yeah. Wow.
Using the Bible and our Christianity as a moral platform to forcefully communicate to the world what we think God is for.
Sure.
Yeah.
And God does teach us things, but that's not the main point. Again, I love this. It's so simple to me. If you take everything away from my life, I have nothing. No, pardon me, nothing on. I have no house. I have nothing left. The only thing I do have left is relationship.
Yeah.
An opportunity to have relationship with my Creator God, and the opportunity to have relationship with people.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
that is an invasion that I allow to get into me, that becomes a separation from God or a separation from people, I'm off course.
Yeah.
I'm headed towards some type of shipwreck. I'm not fulfilling my purpose. Christians are called to be the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
We're called to be the light of the world, not the opinion of the world.
Yeah.
So good.
And again, I hope and pray that we have good opinions, and we have good moral standards that are biblical. And there's times when someone asks, well, we can delicately share that. I get that. I understand that. But it's not about me getting so stirred up that I have to prove that I'm right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to argue about racism or rioting or mask or President Trump or Mr. Biden, and on and on and on, issues that just stir us up to want to prove.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to say it's really strong. If we can catch this message,
Yeah.
we don't want to move on
So
Yeah.
good.
until we get it.
Right.
Guard your heart. It is not about winning.
Yeah.
It's about having a heart that stays humble and loves God
Yeah.
and loves people.
Yeah.
Strong, successful, accomplished, making things happen in life, but not driven by a winning spirit, a winning attitude that dominates negatively.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love those 2 points that you shared on Sunday. To one of the ways that we need to give ourselves to God thoughts. First, we got to guard ourselves from the world culture, and then we need to give ourselves to Jesus's culture, or give ourselves to Jesus's kingdom. And what would you say, Pastor Jerry, is a practical way to give yourself to Jesus's kingdom? I know you just kind of referenced the great commandment, and you mentioned it on Sunday.
Mhm.
How would you say that we could do that, make a practical step this week to take a step towards God's culture and away from the world's culture?
Yeah, well, Nick already quoted it, but I just think it bears quoting. I'm going to read it to you, Matthew 11, where Jesus was saying, "Come to me, all you who are carrying heavy weights and burdens."
Feels like everybody.
Sure.
It doesn't feel. It is everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I've said, our world right now shows no partiality.
Yeah.
No amount of money can redeem you from the pain we're in.
Yeah.
Relationships that have been lifetime long are now disrupted,
Wow.
and people don't talk.
So
Yeah.
many.
Associations are broken, people leaving churches, people angry at family.
Yeah.
There's relationship conflicts. It shows no partiality.
Wow.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we're all in the pain. So
Right
all
on.
of us are weary and carry heavy burdens. Jesus said, "Come to me."
Yeah.
If you're weary and heavy burden, that means everybody come to Jesus. He can handle everybody.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Let me teach you." In other words, I want to teach you how to handle the weights and the burdens.
Yeah.
And he says, he didn't say, "Here's the 5 steps." He basically says, "Be like me." He says, "Let me teach you because I am humble
Yeah.
and gentle
Yeah.
at heart."
Yeah.
So for me, I've been practicing my own message.
Yeah.
My practical step is, Lord, would you help me to have a humble, gentle heart today?
Yeah.
Help me to show that towards people. Help me not to get frustrated. Help me just to stay peaceful and, okay, fine, God's in control. I'm going to keep a humble profile. I'm going to be gentle. I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm not weak.
Right.
I'm going to accomplish things. I'm going to talk to people, but I don't want to let more attitudes. I think what makes people heavy and burdened is the weight of trying to figure life out in their own opinions. We make life complicated, and we get it. Why? If they change, if he would, if she would, and we suddenly we're pointing fingers, and that's what makes life already heavy heavier.
Yeah.
And Jesus is saying the way to lighten the load, let me teach you. Spend some time with me.
Yeah.
Pray, read my word, talk to some other people, get in a small group, do whatever it takes to accentuate the life of Jesus and learn. Let me teach you because I am humble and gentle of heart.
Wow.
God, I want to unpack that phrase.
Yeah.
I want to live it.
Yes.
I want to pray it.
Yeah.
I want to say it.
Yeah.
I want to declare it.
Yeah.
I want to meditate on it. I want to talk about it. I want to keep talking about it. And I want to keep talking about it. And I want to keep praying
Right.
about it. And I want to keep talking about it. And I want to talk to him about it. And I want to read it again. And I want to declare it again because he's giving us a fail-proof Bible answer to the pain this world is in.
Yeah.
It's not do more things.
Right.
It's be taught.
That's
Right.
Be taught to be as a person. I may not change the things, but I can change me.
Yeah.
I can change the profile of my heart. Humble, gentle heart. Teach me today, Lord.
Wow.
I don't know. That makes sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where I think that's where we are. That's
Yeah.
the unique spin that we have as followers of Jesus. If we come to him and learn from him how to do this, wow. I want to live like that.
I think you're such a great example of that.
Yeah.
You really are. You really are.
Well, thank you.
Of being strong, and you're strong. You have your opinion, but you're tender, and you always bring us back to the first thing.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much watching you follow Christ in that example.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate your pastor's heart
Thank
in
you.
leading our church. Really, can I just say thank you? I'm sure if the hundreds of people that watched are here, honestly, were here, they'd say thank you. Thank you for being such a strong pastoral voice. We need it.
Yeah.
And we hear it. When we hear your voice, we hear the heart of the Father.
That's
And
awesome.
it's so valuable.
I love that.
I just want to say thanks from
Thank you.
us as a pastoral team, but also as a church. Just thank you for being such a pastor
Right.
and caring and making first things first.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think for me, PJ, this morning I was reading. I told you guys I'm a couple days behind in my Bible reading plan.
We'll pray for you.
I know. It's like we're like 280 days, So, but in Colossians 3, how it says, "Everything you do and everything you say, let it be representative of Jesus." And I think that you live that so well, like Nick was saying. But one thing that God spoke to me out of that this morning, and I think it's what you did on Sunday, is not just being representative, but representing Jesus into the conversation. And I think in the last 6 months, it's been so easy to be deterred by so many voices and so many things from culture that are vying for our time. And I think what you did in such a refreshing way is you represented the answer that Jesus has into the equation of our society, of our culture, and the struggle of our lives right now. And just so thankful. And if anybody didn't hear this, one thing I heard so often on Sunday is how many people said, I needed this message, but I can't wait to share it with somebody else.
Right.
Because I feel like everybody I'm talking to needs this message right now.
Such a clear message.
So good. And thank you, PJ, again, for just mirroring in a long way what Nick said.
Yeah, and I'll just say here, I feel like it was a world-class message.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
It was.
I really do, and I feel like it has power and potential, not just to, a little encouragement, but actually to change us, change our thinking. Because the point is, we want to change our heart.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. We want to change our heart. If I can change my heart, I can change my life. If I can get my heart right, I can get my life right. If I can fix my heart, I can fix my life. That thought is just, it's awesome.